All right, so let's see what is a ratio. A ratio is a comparison between two or more similar quantities. Okay, so ratios is a method in which we are trying to compare two or more similar quantities. Okay, for example, let's say if I want to compare marks, okay, of two or more students, right? Or let's say if I want to compare the volume, right, of two or more containers. Or let's say I want to compare salaries of two or more people, right? So I will use the method of ratios. So a ratio is denoted as A is to B. Okay, where A is called as antecedent. What is A called as? Antecedent. And B is called as consequent. B is called as consequent. So let's say if I say that salary, Ramesh salary is 25,000 rupees. And if I say Suresh salary is 30,000 rupees. So what is the ratio of their salaries? The ratio of their salaries is 25,000 by 30,000. So what will get cancelled out? These three zeros will get cancelled out. 5 5 is 25, 5 6 is 30. So the answer is the ratio of salaries of Ramesh and Suresh is 5 is to 6. Makes sense? Right? Now, so let's take another example. Okay? The ratio of number of students in class A and class B is 2 is to 3. Find the number of students in each class. So what are they saying? The ratio of number of students in class A to class B is 2 is to 3. What does that mean? That means the number of students in class A can be 2, the number of students in class B can be 3. Because when I say 2 is to 3, when I say 2 and 3, it can be 2 by 3. Again, 2 is to 3 is the ratio. Or it can be that the number of students in class A is 4 and the number of students in class B is 6. Because if the number of students in class A is 4 and number of students in class B is 6, what am I getting? 4 by 6. 2 2 is 4, 2 3 is 6. Again, I will get the same ratio. Or if I say the number of students in class A is 6 and number of students in class B is 9, then again, if I take the 6 by 9 ratio, what I'll get? 2 3 is 6. Sorry, 3 2 is 6. 3 3 is 9. Again, the same ratio I'm getting. Right? Or I can say the number of students in class A is 200 and the number of students in class B is 300. Because 200 by 300, again, I'll get 2 is to 3 ratio. Or I can say the number of students in class is 2000 and the number of students in class B is 3000. Again, I'll get the same ratio. So the point is, if somebody is giving us the ratio, we cannot find the number of students in each class. Okay. Now, let us slightly tweak this question. Okay. So same above question, but this time I'm giving you the total number of students combined in both the classes 200. Okay, same previous question, the ratio of number of students in both the classes is 2 is to 3. And I'm saying that the combined strength A plus B is equal to 200. And I'm asking you how many students are there in class A and how many students are there in class B. Okay, so there are two methods here. Let's see the first method. The first method is you say, okay, if the ratio is 2 is to 3, you say that, okay, number of students in class A is 2K and number of students in class B is 3K. What is 2K and what is 3K? 2K is the number of students in class A and 3K is number of students in class B. Whereas 2 is to 3 is ratio. 2K and 3K are quantities. Now, if 2K and 3K is the quantities, then can I say that 2K plus 3K is equal to 200? Yes or no? So that is 2K plus 3K is 5K is equal to 200. So K is equal to how much? 5 4 is 20. 0, 40. So K value is 40. If K value is 40, then 2 into 40 is how much? 80. And 3 into 40 is how much? 120. So the number of students in class A is how many? 80. And the number of students in class B is how much? 120. So if you know the ratio, if you know the total strength, you can always find the individual quantities. This is one method. Okay. This is another method. Method 2. What is method 2? So before seeing the method 2, I'll give you one small example or one small case here. Let's say I'm comparing A with the total. Okay. So in the ratio, when you have 2 is to 3, that means if value of A is 2, if the value of A is 2, then the total value is how much? 5. 2 plus 3, 5. Now, if the total value is 200, then what is the value of A? I'm repeating once again. In this ratio 2 is to 3, if the value of A is 2, then the total value is how much? 2 plus 3, 5. So if the value is 200, total value is 200, how much is the value of A? Cross multiply. So 2 into 200 is equal to, or 2 into 200 is equal to 5 into A. So A is equal to how much? 2 by 5 into 200. Yes or no? I just cross multiplied. So A value is how much? A is equal to 2 by 5 into 200. Similarly, I can say that the B value is how much? B is equal to 3 by 5 into 200. Okay, so you don't have to do every time this cross multiplication. So next time somebody is asking you the value of A, what you will say? The ratio, the value, this one 2 by the total 5 into the total 200. So how much I'm getting? 5 4 are 20. A value is 80. How much is B value? 3 by total 5 into 200. How much is that? 120. Okay, so there are two methods in which you can find the quantities if you know the total strength and the ratio. Make sense? All right. Let's see one more question. The ratio of the number of books owned by Ramesh and Suresh is 6 is to 5. If Ramesh has 15 more books than Suresh, find the number of books Suresh has. So the ratio of books that they have is how much? 6 is to 5. So that means, can I say that Ramesh has 6K books and Suresh has 5K books? Yes or no? No. When he's saying that Ramesh has 15 more books than Suresh, what does that mean? When Ramesh has 15 more books than Suresh, what does that mean? Can I say Ramesh minus Suresh is equal to 15? Because Ramesh has 15 more books na, than Suresh. So what is this? Can I say 6K minus 5K is equal to 15? So K value is how much? 15. So if K value is 15, how much is 6K? 6 into 15, 90. And how much is 5 into 15? 75. What is asking? The number of books Suresh has is equal to how much? 75. Yes, sir.